Hey everyone, I'm so excited to be doing the iconic Rosie the Riveter. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. I want you to, my little curls, I'm going to tell you a little bit about her while I create the look, and it is so iconic. So let me go ahead and get started. That is our first base primer. So after Pearl Harbor, of course, America went to war, right? It was World War II, and more of the men actually went to war. So there wasn't anyone to man the assembly lines. So this is an image that the government created so that more women would get involved in the workforce. So back then, and I'm using actually olive one today because I wanted a little lighter. So the women had to go to work, and most women that did work were clerical women, were women secretaries. They actually didn't work a lot in the factories like they do now. So during this time in the 1940s, the Pearl Harbor days, you had women that went to work. Over 6 million women in the United States went to work. There's stray hair. So went to work in the factories. They built planes and bombs and tanks and other things for the war, while the men went off to fight the war. So the women would work, and this is actually an iconic figure, an iconic face that the government, created this image to do in ads, in papers, in posters, in things like that, to get women engaged in working outside the home and working for. As you pop on, say hello, y'all, and if you're watching this replay, please hit replay. You're going to want to share this because it is such an iconic. Who knows the story? Who follows it? A lot of times everyone's like, we can do it, strongest woman, those kind of things. But in reality, the government created this image. It was used on posters and newspapers and ads and just everything to get women engaged. So I love that. I love that 6 million women banded together to keep the home front safe. So this is a little lighter than my usual color, and it's only because back then they didn't do a lot of contouring. They didn't do a lot of highlighting. This was more the look for, the working woman. I'm going to show you the look that we're going to recreate today. It's this right here. So you see the bold eyeliner wings and the bright red lips. This is the look that we're going to recreate. My phone just autofocuses. So as you hop on, say hello. We're going to recreate the look. So everybody always thought it was a true woman, right? A true person. But it was not till many years later. They did movies about them and television shows about her, and they wrote songs about her, and it was just really big, because women really stepped up. And we are going to recreate this look tonight and just let it be. And I went a little lower than I do with my blush because in the picture she goes a little lower with her blush. And then I am going to take my angled brush and with some white powder, I'm going to downplay it to a pink and just really blend this in. Just really blend it in. Because they liked their blush more at a more lower, maybe a little more right in here. Lower, but in like the apples. So that it looked like little rosy cheeks, right? And this is Rosie the Riveter, so let's keep with the trend. Okay, so I'm going to do eyebrows now. I've got to keep my eyebrows a little bit thinner than I like, but that is what this era called for. And since my rosy hair is darker than my other hair, I'm going to go ahead and just go a little bit darker on those brows. Just a little bit. They arched them, but then they come to a point a little bit. And you always want your brow the darkest right here at the arch so it pulls the eye up. And I'm barely dipping that brush, y'all. Barely dipping the brush. And see, I kept it a little thinner than what my regular brow is. But I want them to, you know, I always say they're not twins, they're just sisters. And sometimes they're cousins, and sometimes they're distant cousins. If you're a replay watcher, go ahead and hit that you're a replay watcher. Go ahead and type replay watcher in the comments. And y'all share this video. It's just a fun look. It's just having fun with makeup. It's something that I like to do every once in a while. Something that I want to try to do, like a Where to Wednesday program, where we do a different iconic look, an actress, an era, or something like that. And you see that I have hair right there, but I'm going to cover it up for this look because we're going to get thinner than what it is in today's time. Just covering it up with a little bit of my waterproof concealer. See that? And it looks thinner and very sharp. So that is why I trim my eyebrows with a lighter color and then kind of blend it in, is so that they look sharper, and it also helps to blend that a little bit. And if you mess up or get out of line, it'll fix that right up too. Sometimes it's hard to see it in the phone. I have to look at the back right here at this mirror. So I'm going to cover that little spot right there too. That little freckle. And then I'm going to blend that in a little bit. And then I'm going to come up here and just bounce my blender to blend this in. And not as much here because I'm going to cover this with some shadow. And here we go. Okay, so we've got the eyebrows. I think that they look pretty even. Maybe this one could be a little bit thicker right in here. Okay, so now I'm just going to barely brush it up just so that it looks realistic. So what are y'all doing tonight? What are y'all doing on this Wednesday night? So, there. I think that, you know, sometimes you're just not satisfied with your brows. I think that I'm about satisfied with that they look like sisters instead of distant cousins, or even stepsisters. So this is a video that I definitely want you to share with other people because it's such an iconic image. We can do it. Strong image, and it's just fun. You know, makeup should be fun sometimes. Sometimes we just need to go out of the norm. So let me look at our image here. And she's got on very natural, neutral eyeshadow. So that's what we're going to do too. We're going to do that also. So I'm going to go with One Night Stand. Y'all know that's my favorite go-to matte look. We're just going to put that on the lid. Almost up all the way, just because it's such a light, neutral color. Okay. And I just go in for one dip, y'all, and then really work that color and blend it. And you see, it matches. And you really can't tell that much. So we're going to go in with Ashen for Trouble. I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to go in with a slanted brush. And we're going to go in with Ashen for Trouble. And just put a darker look right over top of that, where it's kind of blending and it's smoking together. And I'm going a little bit up where you can see that darker color. That'll bring your eyes up a little bit. That'll make it look, with that matte color in behind it, it'll really make it look, it'll give it more definition, more defined. Uh-oh, I got way out of line here. Let me fix that. It's makeup. It wipes off. So then I'm going to take my thick brush, my number 7 brush, and I'm just going to windshield wiper that. Windshield wiper, to blend all that in really good. Because we're going to clean this up. We want it looking, not a lot of color on there. But you see that? I'm going to tone it down with the lighter color. Going in again with Ashen for Trouble with the slanted brush. And just a little bit more. So, if you can give me some ideals, make sure I ain't going up too far here. If you can give me some ideals of things that you want to see, I would love that, because I do think that I need to do like a Where To Wednesday or something like that. And it can be an era, it can be a star, it can be a makeup look that you're just interested in. It can be anything that you want it to be. Now we're going to tone that down, and I'm going to move to a shimmery color because she's got on a shimmer, a little hint of a shimmer. And before I do that, I'm going to take my dome brush, which is number 8. And I'm really just going to make sure this is smoked in together good. We're not putting no more color on it. I'm just really trying to smoke it in really good. Sean's got friends over tonight, so he's a happy camper. He loves having friends over. And then I'm going to put a little bit of a shimmer here. This is Sweet Dreams number 1. I love this color. It's got a little bit of a hint of pink and a little bit of shimmer to it. I really like that eye. It's very pretty. And then once I get that in place, I'm going to flip this brush and just kind of smoke it together, but not really go up there on the brow line. I want to keep that really like the pink, the shimmer. So there we go. What do you think? Looks good, huh? Looks good. Okay, so knocking any excess off before I clean. And she has got it where it just kind of fades into nothing. So I'm just going to tap, 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 tap. It's not really a lot of color right there on the edge. I noticed that. So I'm going to tap that off, make sure I clean it up good. And put my powder to set it all again. So it looks real clean down there, and we want that because we've got rosy cheeks, and they're a little bit lower than nowadays. I kind of do it here, and I kind of brought it a little lower. So if you notice that, it is the design of how the 1940s makeup looked. So let me put up some of these brushes. Okay, so then what I want to do is I'm going to get some lipstick on. So let me see if I can find a liner. Good deal. Okay, so I'm going to line the lips. I can't talk while I'm doing this, so please just bear with me. You're going to want to see this finished look. Love how the liner just glides on. And she had, you know, in the picture it shows a small Cupid's bow. So that's what I kept it at. So let's put on this dark lipstick. Now this is quite darker than I'm used to and that I do. But this is the way that it was. So we've got to recreate the image. Hey, as you pop on, say hello. Sorry, y'all, I can't talk when I do that. So what I did was I created a bigger Cupid's bow for myself just to make my lips look fuller for this look. So there we go. I love that bright red, but I'm just not brave enough to wear that. Making it where it won't get on my teeth. You might have seen that in videos before, and it truly does make it where lipstick doesn't get on your teeth. So if you are a lipstick person, but you always find it on your teeth, that is the best remedy for that problem. So I like that this is a softer face, because I actually did go one shade lighter in my makeup, but I can, you really can't tell. I mean, it just blends so beautifully. We have 50% pigment, that's why. So if you see anything in this video that you think, I can't live without that red lipstick, don't look so great on Fhonda, but it would look magnificent on me, y'all get with me. If you want to learn how to do brows, get with me. If you see any products that you think, I can't live without that, get with me. I can help you with that, and I can help you color match. So now we're going to do the thick winged liner. And again, I can't talk with this, so. So you see the start of the wing? That is not a completed wing. Now watch this. Okay, that is a completed wing now. So it comes from the top, and you don't want to stretch your eye, because then it'll cause it to be rigid. So you want to keep your eye open to do the winged. Just like that. So on the bottom of her lid, she's went all the way across, but it's a very thin line. Something dropped. Not sure what. So it's a very thin line, so I'm going to keep it really tight, really thin. And I didn't keep it as thin as I wanted, so I'm just going to push it up right there, and then I'm going to clean it up. Let me get where I can see. Just want to clean it up and make it really thin. So, you see that? So that's what it looks like. It'll look better when we get the mascara on. It'll look more pulled together. Gonna do this side. And a little longer? No? Okay. Now, so what I've got to do now is I've got to look to make sure both look straight on and make sure they look identical. And if they don't, just fix it. If it's it looks thicker or it looks longer, you just fix it. She's got a really thick one. And I think that done it. And made them look identical. And the same here, which of course, again, you could even call these sisters. So I'm going to put it a little thicker right here. And y'all, this eyeliner is so easy to use. It's not a felt tip. It's actual bristles of a brush. So I'm going to go thin here. And I kept that a lot thinner. So I kept that one a lot thinner than I did this one, and don't really have to fix it. So that looks a whole lot like that. Except her eyes are really young, and I bet she's touched up a lot. And I am not. So then we're going to go with some mascara. And honestly, y'all, I have not stopped by to rebuy what I lost in my luggage, my eyelash curlers. So I am going to cheat and just try to curl them the best I can with fingers. It's eyelash curler. It's one of those things that if you don't have it on your list, you are going to forget it. So I need to put it on my list. Sorry about that, y'all. Have a text coming through. So on the bottom lashes, it is barely any mascara either. They mostly done the dramatic look on the top. And another thing that you might want to do, just to make this look a little bit better, is take and get under that, and it might need to be, and just smudge that line a little bit. I don't like a real stark line. You see how that looks a little different? And it's hard to smudge this, so, because it is smudge proof eyeliner. But see how that softened that look just a little? All right, let's get this mascara on. So I like to do one coat. And I like mine to fan out, and hers are fanned out in this. And then the next coat. And I believe my top lashes will bring enough to the bottom that I am not going to touch the mascara brush to the bottom. And that does truly help y'all when you curl those, even if it's with your fingers. I like to get on both sides. So then it's real dramatic on the top. I almost was going to do a false lash, but I thought, no, I'm going to save that. Someone messaged me and asked me to do the false lash on live so that they could see them. Oh, got a little bit of mascara back here. Let's get that off of there. There we go. So I'm going to save that for when I do it for her. And plus, I'm out of my good duo glue. It was also in the said luggage. One thing I hate about losing, them losing my luggage was you're always you always realize you need the stuff that's gone. Like my eyelash curler, like just different stuff. And you feel like you're always looking for something. So those are very bold lashes. Look at those lashes. So I'm going to go one more time, one more coat because it is very dramatic. Okay. Wow, beautiful. I love our mascara. Okay. So that is some dramatic lashes. And we are almost completed with our look. It was so simple because back then, all the contouring and the highlight, they really didn't do that. So we're going to spray this with some Time Setter. And what this does, y'all, it looks like I think you can see that my face looks wet, but it actually sets the makeup and it makes it last for 16 hours. So I have a lot of people ask, will it come off? It will come off with water. It will come off with your cleanser. It will come off with a wipe. But it won't come off with sweat. It won't come off with day use. It won't come off or change colors with foundation oxidation. It will not change. This color will be the same color in the evening, in the night. If you put your makeup on and you work third shift and you work through the night, your makeup's going to be there in the morning. If you put it on in the morning because you work day shift, it's going to be there in the morning. If you go out into the hot sun, it's going to be there. If you go to the gym and work out, it's going to be there. And what I love about this is it doesn't fall in the pores. It stays on the surface and it looks flawless all day. I think you can kind of see where that's drying, and it's just drying to a dewy finish. So this is our Rosie the Riveter look. I hope that you enjoyed this look as much as I do. I feel like my lips is like boom. But I hope you enjoyed this look as much as I do. I did. And just know that this was an era when women really stepped up to the plate because our men really stepped up to the plate. And, after World War II, lots of the women that were working in the factory returned to the house as a housewife or a secretary or a clerk or, all those womanly things. But it's also when women started thinking, we can do anything that men can do. And there should not be, a ceiling. There shouldn't be a glass ceiling. So I think this was an important time in American history, and I hope that you did too. I hope you enjoyed the Rosie the Riveter look. I really think that it's iconic. So please, again, share the video. And at this time, get those hearts flowing. Put that love up in the air everywhere. Spread good vibes. And don't forget to fly. First, love yourself. Because when you learn how to love yourself, you can love everyone else so much more. I'll put some pictures of this image up, y'all. Y'all have a great night. Bye, y'all.